Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please do what feels right for you. You're welcome to skip anything, change anything, add your own things in. I'm going to suggest we start in supported fish, so we'll need some props for this. Could be a couple blocks or a blanket, bolster, foam roller, lots of options. Something is going to go behind the upper back, pretty high up. And you may want something else supporting your head. You can try whatever you like as your first option. See how it feels. And if you need something different, go ahead and adjust it. Maybe you want something smaller or softer. Arms could be overhead or out to the side. Legs could be straight or bent. Take your time finding your position, something good enough. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze. And allow your body to rest, release. Melting over the props. You can start to slow down internally, slow down your breath. One of the super useful skills we can work on in a yoga practice is creating space between stimulus and response. When we notice something, there is perhaps a habitual response to it. And if there's no space, we just do that response, whether it's useful or not. You might notice things in your own life that you do that you know aren't working, but you keep doing them. And so through the practice of mindfulness, through slowing down, you can take the time to put a little space around, here's what I'm noticing, here's what's happening. And then if there is action, if there is a response, to let it come from our full resources. Let it be purposeful. If you're enjoying where you are and want to stay a bit longer, you're welcome to. If you're ready to come out of this, you might take a little movement. kind of exploring your way out. One way I like to do this is to interlace my fingers behind my head and actually use my arms to lift chin to chest, taking the pressure off the props slowly. You might even get a little back crack or find some places to lean into on your way out. Eventually moving your things out of your way. And come back onto your back, just feeling the effect of that, what you notice now. Let's take a supported bridge neck. So lift the hips and place something under the hips, a little bit lower than the lower back. Could be a block, a bolster, blanket, cushion, whatever you've got. You can play around with the height, placement, firmness. If the block feels too hard, maybe you have something to soften it, put a blanket over it. So you can stay here, of course. And I'm going to offer a hip flexor stretch. Hip flexors can get really tight. Good to keep them open. If you bring your right knee to your chest and grab hold of it and then hug it in. As you hug it in, straighten your left leg and let that straight left leg hang. The more you hug your knee in, the more that left leg might have space to hang. You can look for an opening at the front of the left hip. Most of us in this culture of sitting in chairs have tight hip flexors. I'm pretty loose, just naturally I have a lot of flexibility. My hip flexors are tight. A lot of us have tight hip flexors. When you feel ready to switch, go ahead and switch. Hugging the left knee in, dropping the right leg long, and taking the time to let it open. Each exhale, maybe there's a little bit more. Look for it, imagine it, invite it. Something else we can do in our practice is look for what we want. I don't know about you, but I tend to notice what's wrong. Looking for problems, what needs fixing, what needs improving. It's a sort of default way of being. What if we were looking for what we wanted to find? When you feel even on the two sides, come to neutral. So that might be both knees in, could be both feet back to the floor, could be both legs straight, either up in the air or along the floor. And if you need to adjust the height or placement of your props, you can do so at any time. So if you can find a place to rest where it's like the bones are stacked. Gravity is hugging us down, and when we can line things up so that it's being hugged straight down, there's very little effort. Can you strip away a little bit more? Looking for it. Is there anything to release as you exhale? deep exhale or a sigh can invite a little bit more release. The breath is a pretty awesome system in the body. It happens, it's automatic. We don't have to control it. But unlike some other automatic systems, we can control it. And when we exert our intention over our breath, we can actually change quite a bit in our bodies. When you are relaxed, your breath slows. And when we slow our breath, we can cause a relaxation to occur as well. It can go in both directions. If you're enjoying where you are and want to stay longer, you are welcome. If you're ready to come out of this, how do you want to do that? Is there another leg position you want to move through? How do you want to move your props? Our bodies have so many moving parts, so many interesting features. You're probably aware of some, and there's always something to discover. I'm amazed after all these years. I still am discovering so much. Happy baby might feel like a good counter stretch. And even within happy baby, even within something that you've done many times, what is there to notice right now? What's touching the floor? What's being stretched? You could bend one knee and straighten the other. And drop your feet to the floor. Let's cross the right ankle above the left knee. Reach your hands through, grab the left leg, hug it in, stretching right outer hip. And as you do this, can you drop your shoulders? Can you drop your chin? Can you spread the torso? Look for the torso spreading and releasing back and down. To release, drop the left foot to the floor. Straighten the right leg up, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot. Deep flex, full point. Circle your ankle, the biggest circle you can make, getting to the full range of motion, feeling all that stirs up, all these little muscles responding. Go both directions. And then keeping right leg more or less where it is, straighten your left leg along the floor, grounding down through the back of the left leg. Open the right leg out to the right, just at a slight angle, grounding down through the left leg. Sometimes when we first encounter a yoga practice, it's too many details. I know I couldn't take them all in. Just broad strokes. Where are my arms and legs? Okay, that's plenty. Start there. Then the beauty of having this practice over years, we can revisit these familiar poses with more curiosity and see the infinite subtlety that's available. Bring the right leg up. Take it across. You can keep your legs straight. Maybe the left hand can reach the outside of the foot. If it doesn't reach, you can either bend your knee, use a strap or something like it, or hold somewhere else. And take it all the way over. So you bring it all the way to the floor. And then let's open out through the right arm. Drop down through the right hip. Deep twist. If you want to add a quad stretch, your free hand can reach down for that free foot. You might need to pick up your torso to get it, but then once you have it, can you drop your right shoulder back down? In a moment, we'll roll onto our backs. As you do, you might come through half lotus. Don't force it, but if that's a pose that your body does, as you roll onto your back, bend that right ankle to, or the right leg, so your ankle comes to the left thigh, half lotus. If full lotus is a pose you do, you can bring that bottom leg up and around and explore full lotus. Don't force it. Hug what you ended up with to your chest. Might be crossed ankles, half lotus, full lotus, maybe something else. Feel what's here. Unwind your legs. Give them a little loose shake. Shake in the muscles on the bones. Drop your feet to the floor. Cross the left ankle above the right knee. Reach your hands through. Grab your right leg and hug it in. Bringing mindfulness, curiosity to something familiar. It's like opening up this portal. Endless interest. Endless possibility. Those of you who have been practicing with me for a while, you might notice I kind of do the same thing over and over. There are some practices, some yoga methods that actually do the exact same thing over and over. And there's something so beautiful about that. You will get bored, most likely. I've been so bored in my practice. Not for a while, but I did have a lot of boredom inside my practice. But letting boredom be a flag, you are ready to go deep. You're ready to open up into subtlety. What's here? Drop the right foot to the floor, straighten left leg up. Flex and point. Circle your ankle. A couple big circles. Keeping left leg more or less where it is, straighten the right leg along the floor, ground that down. Open left leg out to the side. And when we are going subtle, it can be useful to slow down, maybe even simplify. I heard this talk from a Feldenkrais practitioner about, if you have one light bulb on, you turn on a second one, you're going to probably notice. If you have 50 light bulbs on and you turn on one more, you may not notice the difference. So the recommendation was, when you're noticing things in your body, simplify what you're doing so you can feel what you're doing. And then I thought, that's beautiful. That's a good place to start. And what I want to do in my yoga practice is notice the 51st light bulb. Let's bring that left leg up and across. Dropping down through the left hip. And open out through that left arm. Sorry, somebody just walked through my space. I don't know if you could hear it. It happens. I'm in co-housing. So this pose has a lot going on. Let's add more. Bend the bottom leg, grab hold of it. So inside this pose, it has a lot going on. Can you open up to subtlety? Can you look for it? If the answer is no, if you ever feel overwhelmed inside of a pose or a situation, simplify what you're looking for. Can you feel that you are breathing? Can you feel that you are touching the floor? If that's established and you can relax and open, what else am I noticing? What else am I interested in? Roll back onto your back. Maybe bringing the left leg into half lotus, maybe the other leg into full lotus. Hug what you ended up with to your chest. And then unwind, shake out. And release back to neutral. Feel what's here now. I'm going to offer a belly bolster next. So this can be done lying face down with something under the lower belly. Now you could use a rolled up blanket or a bolster or a cushion, a stack of pillows. Something is going to go pretty low between the belly button and the fronts of the hips. You can play around with the placement. And then letting your body rest. Head can be neutral or turned to one side. If this is uncomfortable in your knees, you might put a little padding under your ankles. And different bodies like different things. Lately I've been experimenting with a big, high belly bolster. So I like it like that. If you want to try that, you could put one block on high, one block on medium, put something over it to pad it. If you need cushioning under anything else, grab what you need. Belly bolster is good for creating space in the lower back. Can get bunched up and tight there, opening that up. It's good for pressure in the gut, digestive issues, menstrual cramps. And I find it to be quite grounding. Each exhale, letting go a little bit more. If you have anything asymmetrical about your pose, your head turned one way, you might do the other way at any time to keep balancing out the two sides. If you want to stay here, you are welcome. If you're ready to release, how do you do that? There may be some places to explore on your way out. I love imagining those first yogis making all this up. This was all made up by humans, people with bodies just like you. Maybe not just like you, maybe with fairly different bodies. Next pose I'll suggest is child's pose. If you want to keep using a prop for child's pose, you could. You could have a bolster or cushion or some blocks with a blanket over it under your torso for a little support. You can also just take child's pose like you normally do, without any props. Resting and releasing. If there's anything asymmetrical about what you're doing, you can do both sides at some point. I'm gonna move my props now. If you had props, maybe you want to move yours as well. Let's take child's pose with arms out in front of us and then walk the hands over to the left and pull back through your right hip. So you could kind of glue your right hand to the floor and then pull your right hip back away from that, looking for a stretch through the right side a little bit more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Let's lift up onto hands and knees, and if you want to pad your knees, you're welcome to put something under there, a blanket or cushion. From hands and knees, let's take the right leg back with toes tucked under and then press back through your heel. You might even press back so much the left knee comes off the floor. You don't have to, but reaching through the heel to stretch your calf, ankle, Achilles, maybe sole of the foot, and then rock forward, stretching your toes. Do a little rock front to back. Bounce a little. Now with the heel pushing back, let's rotate the heel to the floor and lift the right arm, coming to a variation of side plank. Notice how much weight there is in that bottom arm and see if you can make it less by pulling up through that top arm. And then turn the right palm to face the floor and let's reach out until you feel a whole big stretch through the whole right side, rolling open through the hip and torso. Release. Reset your tabletop. And then take the left leg back, pushing through the heel, opening up calf, ankle, sole of the foot. Rock forward and backward, stretching toes. One of the reasons why I don't give a lot of specific alignment instruction is because I don't want you to be all up in your head. Am I doing this right? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? That mindset for me just kills sensitivity and curiosity. It's like performance mindset. Am I doing this right? So more, you have an amazing, unique body. What are you feeling inside your body? There's no right or wrong way to do that. Let's roll the left heel to the floor, lift the left arm, pull up. We can add basic alignment, sensitivity to that. Go for that. Let's rotate left palm to face down and then reach out like a big yawn through the whole left side, all the way from your hand to your foot. Let's release. Sink back to child's pose. And this time turn your palms to face up, inner elbows to face up. Put some space in your shoulders, neck. Let's roll up to a tall, seated, kneeling position. If this isn't comfortable for you, you could either sit up on a block or a couple blocks or change to cross-legged. Feel your spine being hugged to the earth, gravity aligning. Feeling the movement of your breath. Let's take eagle arms. So we'll bring one elbow on top of the other. If you can get the palms together, do so. If they don't reach, just focus on the elbows. Put some pressure between the elbows like you're trying to pull them apart. So you're spreading the upper back. Exploring in any way. So any movement you take, lifting elbows up or down, rotating your head, rounding or arching your back will have a different experience. Can you be an explorer within your body? Let's notice which arm is on top. Release and take a few gentle swings. And then bring the other arm on top. And you might explore in stillness, even just breathing and being what might look like still has so much going on. Two of my biggest loves in life are dance and yoga. And more, I don't see a clear distinction between them. Embodied exploration, mindfulness. For the purpose of healing, for the purpose of full self-expression. Let's release, a couple gentle swings. And then let's interlace fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders back and down. If you like, you might fold forward. Could be just dropping your head, or you could reach your arms up and back. Nowhere to get except exploring your body. What you're doing doesn't need to look anything like what I'm doing. Let's release. A couple swings or some movement or a little shaking. And then let's interlace fingers behind the back again and switch the cross of your fingers, so the other thumb on top. Most likely will feel a little awkward. Shoulders down, chest open. Stay here or fold any amount. Release, let that go. Let's get ready for our final resting pose. If you want to keep practicing, by all means, do that. If you're ready to come into some form of rest, check in with yourself. What do you need? Did we get to all the parts of you that need moving, exploring? Is there something else that would feel good in this moment? Might practice asking that question and listening for an answer. When you're ready to come into Shavasana, or your final rest, whatever shape you want to take for that, get yourself comfortable. And I'm going to talk us through a little self-massage. Let's start by rubbing the palms together, getting some heat and energy in the hands. And then place your palms over your eyes, sealing out the light and encouraging your eyes to not only close but relax back. Keep letting the backside of your body release a bit more. Staying relaxed. Let's bring the fingertips to the center of the forehead and then rub from the center of the forehead towards the temples. Keep coming back to the center and spreading towards the sides of the face. You can use your fingertips or thumbs. You might play around with the pressure you're using, the different locations on your forehead, the speed. If you come across something tender, you could hold it with steady pressure, little circles. Bring your fingertips to either side of the nose, pressing and spreading towards the sides of the face. Can work your way along your cheekbone, following your cheekbone to your ear, feeling where your jaw connects to your skull, and looking for places that could use a little attention. Tight, tender. You might give the earlobes a squeeze or pull. You can work your way along your jawline towards your chin. Give the chin a pinch or press. Take the heels of the hands and make a couple big circles into your cheeks, massaging the cheeks into the cheekbones and teeth. And go back over any area that needed a little extra work. You could also give your scalp a rub like a dry shampoo. You might give your neck and shoulders a squeeze. The nice thing about self-massage is you can get really good at knowing what you like. Do you like the pressure you're giving now, or would you like more or less? You can also learn the places on your body that are holding tension. Maybe it's tension you were unaware of. Can you help it release with your touch? When you're done, smooth over your face. So you just washed your face and you're wiping away the water, wiping away any last bit of tension, and then shake it out of your hands. And let's finish with a little rub to the forearms and hands. You probably do a lot with your hands. Most of us do. They get pretty tight. You can do both arms. When you're done, check in with the rest of your body. Is there anything you need to do to feel complete? Ready to relax into a few moments of not doing? Letting go of the control of your breath as you're ready. And in Shavasana, the way that I like to think about it, we're letting go of all the doing. So in meditation, we're simplifying quite a bit, calling ourselves back to presence, noticing when the mind wanders and returning. In Shavasana, we can let go of that doing as well. You don't need to call yourself back. You can just relax. Your mind might have thoughts going through it. You might experience quiet. Your body may be very still. Your body may have movements. All is well. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles. And take a big stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. Coming into a comfortable cross-legged position. Feeling your spine align. Each inhale bringing you a little more upright, alert, awake. Let's bring hands together at the heart. Taking a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. And if there's anything from this practice you want to bring into the rest of your day, word or phrase or quality, and call that to mind. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that felt good. I like going slow. If you have any requests for future offerings, you're welcome to reach out. I love being inspired by what you might need. And if you're able to support me in my livelihood, this is my job, I really appreciate it. Sharing what I do is a free way to do that so that it goes where it needs to go. Financial contributions are especially appreciated. Any amount, Venmo, PayPal, Patreon, checks are all easy ways to do that, one time or reoccurring or in whatever frequency you're able. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me.